We met on Hinge. I originally thought it was a Christian dating app, but further learned the people she was matching with were definitely not.
I never thought that I would try a dating app, but I was like, well, why not?
I knew I wanted to be in a relationship. I was kind of like, it was mid to end pandemic, and I was just kind of really over like sitting at home, not doing anything. So I was like constantly on dating apps trying to find someone, and after a while I just kind of like gave it to God and just said like, all right, whenever you're ready to give me that next step in life, like I'll take it.
So he's the one that liked one of my pictures first, and it was a picture of me at work holding a baby lamb. I work at a vet office, and I saw it was some question saying that he was introverted. And so I was the one that responded to him first, and I said, oh, introverts are pretty cool. And then that's where the conversation began. Our first date was at a coffee shop, and we sat there for like over 2 hours just conversing and never like not knowing what to talk about. It just was very smooth, and it was like talking to someone that I've known forever.
It was also like right around the same time that I really started going back to church. I had fallen out in college, and then she had ended up really making that clear, like this is something she is a part of her life, what she wants in a husband, what she wants in a relationship. So it really kind of like started all click for me, like all the little tiny things. Very early on in our relationship, like I just had like that gut feeling that I was gonna marry her. And we were upstairs in her room just hanging out watching TV.
He came to me and just said, I have a really good feeling about you, and I feel like I'm gonna marry you one day.
She reacted super happy, and she was just like, I can't wait.
And I was like, I'm on the same page, so.
Originally had this plan of like doing like a scavenger hunt where she would go to different dates that we went on and find all these things, and was messaging her friend, and it was like late one night, texting her, and her name popped up on my phone.
I was like, oh, why are you texting her? And he's like, well.
Crap. I didn't think about like changing her name or anything like that, and I was just like, no reason.
I found out the date, and he just told me that he was just gonna keep it, and I just wasn't gonna be surprised. But then 2 weeks before that planned day, we were gonna have some team night thing with our church, and we had to dress up for it.
2 days before I went over to her parents, I was like, I need to change the plans. This is kind of what I'm envisioning, so.
He was picking me up from work, all dressed up, and as we were leaving, he was like, okay, change of plans. I actually got us a reservation at Soto.
We got dinner. My birthday was the next day, and her mom texted us and was just like, hey, like, do you want to come get your present? And she was just like, well, I kind of had a long day, like I kind of want to go home. And I was like, all right, yeah, that works. And she's like, are you sure? Like, we can just swing by? And I was like, no, it's fine. I just didn't want to make it seem like we had to get there. And then like right before we left, I was like, wait, no, like I kind of wanted my present. And then when we finally got there, like we walked in.
In that instant, I was like, oh my gosh. But there were pictures of us and little notes he left that I read. And we opened up the door to the backyard, and there was a table with the marry me letters like all lit up. And he proposed, and then our family was down in the yard watching the whole time. But it was a complete surprise, and I wouldn't have like pictured it any other way. It was beautiful.
Whoa. You look so pretty, Ellie. Oh my gosh. Exciting. Oh yeah. I know.
Jake, neither of us could have imagined that God would have led us to where we are today. Both of us have experienced heartache and trials, but through it all, God was leading us to this exact moment.
I vow to be a godly husband, to learn and grow each day and put my trust in the Lord. I vow to confide in you, to be an open heart for which you can confide in,
Without fail, you bring a smile to my face every single day. I adore how goofy you are and how you enjoy making me laugh. There's no doubt in my mind that you're going to be an amazing husband and an amazing father. I can't wait to see what God has in store for us and our future family.
I vow to seek God first in all problems, to love you wholeheartedly, honor you, to be faithful to you, and be the best husband I can each and every day.
Life will get hard at times. Life will also be a blast. Savor every moment, good and bad.
When I was first introduced to Jake, I remember seeing the glow behind Elody's eyes. It was something unseen before. Even watching The Office, I've never seen her so giddy about something.
Elody, you're amazing, and I was incredibly happy that you two found each other in life. I can only wish you guys the best. Hopefully you guys can make some snow angels together.
Love is a constant choice. I pray you both continue to choose each other day in and day out.
And when it comes to Jake, my son, I couldn't be any prouder than I am, Jake. You know how proud I've always been of you, your whole life. You made me proud basically everything you ever did, every step you ever took. And now, finding somebody like Elody and marrying her, it's just one thing after another. You've always made me proud.
Summer nights and it's just you and me dreaming. Don't wanna wake up at all. Let's watch the stars ignite. There's no better place than right next to you. Feels like the world is right. As long as I'm here right next to you. We'll capture the memory in our head like a melody. Now I can see the light. As long as I'm here right next to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just very excited. I'm blessed. She's everything that I had wanted and thought and was looking for. Just never thought I was gonna find it. So
He is the kindest person that I've ever met. I'm probably gonna get emotional. I'm so thankful for him and how he treats me. And I'm just super excited about spending the rest of my life with him. Yeah.